George, let me ask you, for me, it's a very intense love story.
Yes.
Falling in love with the person that is on the right side of reality. Is that the case? Can you tell us a little about the story?
Well, yeah, the idea is, well, there's two of them. I'm risking going to jail for falling in love for the rest of my life. But it's worth it, worth taking a chance, because his life hasn't really ever gone the way he pictured it. And she's kind of like, she's like the preacher's daughter, she's just flirting with danger. She's interested because she shouldn't be. And that to her is very interesting. And the two of us are, I think it's what helps with the chemistry between the two of us is that both of us have a great deal to lose by being together. And that's always, I think, that's the, that's what Romeo and Juliet is, So there's something interesting about it.
I'd like to know if you had to go through any special training to become a bank robber.
Exactly.
I mean,
yeah, I practice. I just go around. What I do is I stick up liquor stores first of all, and that's it. Because you don't want to do a bank all at once. Start with holding up liquor stores, and then I just was taking money from old ladies. I go up and just take their purse. And that's how I practice.
No, but there's something very mythical about being a bank robber. I mean, Bonnie and Clyde through the movies.
Yeah. Well, no, this one was because it was so specifically written. He doesn't. His bank robbing is through experience, and it's such a well-written story that that he knows all the trappings when he walks into the bank. Nothing off the bottom of the deck, no marked bills, no die packs, no. He knows all the things that because at one time or another he's that's gotten him. So he's a professional. So it was all written in the script. All I really had to do was show up and say those lines because they were so well written.
I guess everybody asks you this, like TV, how important is ER for you? And if you're going to, since many actors in your same situation, when they start doing films, they stop doing TV. Is that
Right.
your case, or how do you see it?
Well, I have another year, after the first film that I did, after the first season, everyone said, okay, you're going to leave the show. And I said, no, I have 4 more years on the TV show under contract, and I'll stick it out. And every year it's, are you going to pull a David Caruso, and are you going to leave? And I said, no. And I have another season, and I'll finish out that season, and then my contract for the show will be up. And I'll probably come back and do some more as guest shots, because the show is, first of all, it's a great place to be, great friends, and a great place to be. And also, it was a fun character to play. It's also 5 years of the same character. You start to run out of anything interesting to say with him.
From your films, you've done several films. How important was it for you to work with Quentin Tarantino? I would like to.
Unbelievably important, especially coming. It was a couple of months after he won the Oscar for Pulp Fiction. So there was, for me, it was much more about confidence because we'd go spend time together, and just being able to work with Quentin helped me be a lot more confident, a lot more.
I would like to know how important is it the opposite actor that you're working with to make your character believable, to become Jack in this case? How important was for you to...
Well, it depends. There's two kind of schools there. There is, first of all, the characters written, which is very important because all those characters define you and define what you become. I'm a bank robber, but this beautiful girl who I shouldn't be going on. If that character written wasn't a federal marshal, it's not nearly as interesting for my character to be chasing her. So automatically the writing, and then the actors themselves, the specific actors are very important too, because working with Jennifer Lopez is a completely different experience than working with Michelle Pfeiffer, for instance. Neither of them bad, all good, but completely different and causes different reactions.
Does the media portray a distorted image of yourself, do you think? Is it very far from who you are?
Depends. It depends on what day it is, but what you learn is that you eventually, David Duchovny said this in some interview I heard the other day, and it made total sense, is as being famous is actually finding the ability not to try and correct everything that's wrong that's written about you, and just letting it go and just going, all right, well, I'm not dating Farrah Fawcett. I've never met her. And it'll be in the paper, and you just go, just let it go. You don't have to correct them all. Because, we're in an age right now where the information comes out much quicker than time to check the sources, and because of it, there is no responsibility, and so people just say what they want and go, well, we'll retract it later, and that's what happens.